This is the last mobile app I am building for the year. It is called Yap. I need an app for when I go to Senegal because I'll be interviewing a lot of people, farmers and business owners to kind of get a feel for like the you know the scene out there when it comes to agriculture and small business owners, transportation, all that. And even when I was in Boston, and I'm possibly gonna be, well, not possibly, we're working on it. I'm gonna be starting a startup with some folks in from Boston when I went to that event that I think I talked about. Um, I got to do better making content and talking about what I do. But I got that going, and we were interviewing people, trying to do market validation stuff for the hackathon weekend we did, and we recorded with the voice notes app. But it would have been nice if I could do that and have to have the phone do that, like get the notes, tell me what was said. People are talking, sit distracted. Thinks a dog. Um, but when I used the voice notes app, I had to get the transcript off the phone and get it into like an LLM like ChatGPT or Google Notebook LM. So I made Yap. You probably seen I made Yappa, but this is just Yap. I won't go into Yappa. But here's the actual app, right? So you can record off my phone, right? Let me see if this will. I don't think you'll be able to hear this actually. Yeah, probably because the audio, how this is set up. But basically, you talk, you get a transcript. Um, you get the English version, so it'll translate it. It can detect speakers, and it'll give you AI notes, right? So I built the web version because I need it. I want quick access to it when I'm not on my phone and stuff. You can also upload and what's this? Yeah, just sign in with Apple and things like that. Boom, boom, boom. I actually did not look at. Yeah, I never paid close attention, but this is completely vibe coded. So let me show you what the iOS app looks like, right? So you can create folders to organize your notes. Here's the settings. It's very simple, right? This will be released hopefully before the end of June. The features will come with minutes. It's French, Wolof, and English because I'll be in Senegal. And honestly, I wasn't even gonna put this out on the App Store, but I figured because I'm only building it for myself. But I figured let me just put it out. Like why not? And try to monetize it. All right. So that's pretty much the app. I'm gonna keep this video short, but it was mostly vibe coded. Uh, Here you can see I got codecs. I don't use Claude. For the screenshots, I use screenshots.pro. It comes with some cool templates. I use this thing mockupphone.com to get like a nice mock-ups of the phone. So that's how I got it to make look like this, and then vibe coded this. Let's see, sign in looks like that. It's sign in with Apple. Uh, just makes things a lot easier and stuff like that. And I've been writing about the journey or kind of documenting it. So you've seen on Instagram, I've been posting about the articles I'm writing and why I'm building what I'm building. So this was like, and I thought it would be pretty cool. I have meta glasses. If I can record conversations with them, and the meta glasses can like pick up on that as well. But I don't have time to do that. I was just an idea I thought would be cool to talk about. I also have a second one. This is the research part of it. So I'm just like walking through like the idea, the research. I think the design is part three, which I'm gonna try to write up now. Uh, the building of it, and then I think that's about it. I think the marketing is the last step, but these are going to be really short reads and short writings. But that's all I got to share with y'all. I mean, I'm using 11 Labs, right? Because they have the Wolof thing. Yeah, free Wolof speech to text transcription. It's somewhat accurate. It's okay. Um, but it can also detect speakers. So what's this? Smart speaker diarization. So in conversation, it could pick up on the. I think it was one. Yeah, it could distinguish people and label them on like who's talking and things like that. So this is really cool that they have Wolof in here. I'm using ChatGPT as well for the notes. I don't remember which model. I told it to use the cheapest and the best and cheapest one. So there's that. Super Base as the back end, and then Revenue Cat for the purchases, right? And that's it. That's all I got to say about this app. I mostly built it for myself. The repo is private, but if you really want it, if you think it's cool, maybe I'll open source it. I think it'd be cool to open source it. Uh, but I think that's all I got for y'all. So after I finish this app, I'm gonna start the more hostiles game, and that's not like a hard deadline. That's like it's done when it's done. But I might start building that. I'm gonna plan it. I'm gonna start planning that this Sunday. Oh shoot. Yeah, I think it's this Sunday. I'm gonna start planning it. So that's why I'm like in a rush to finish this, and I'm trying to build an app for someone's mom for the biker club. So I'm wrapping those things up, and I also got going to start going making content. I'm actually going to New York tomorrow to meet some content creators and plan stuff out and actually make some entertaining or better stuff for YouTube. Grow the audience. So it's gonna be a lot of writing, a lot of documenting stuff, and vlogging and things like that. And talking about past projects, maybe coming back to them, but it's gonna be a lot of writing. One thing I do want to bring up to y'all is the journal section of most studios. I'll also be writing a lot on Substack and Medium, but I have a personal space to like write all my notes. So there's some things people be asking me, and I'm like, I've already talked about it in a video, but I thought it'd be cool to just write it as well. So that's that, and I think that's all I have for y'all. Um, yeah, you can see here. Is this every world? No, that's something else. Where's the doc? Okay, I don't have it, but there's a doc I have with the design document. This is a story I'm brainstorming. Black Sprinkle, yeah. But here, let me show you the more hostile stuff. This game design document, right? And I think I talked about this as well, but I'll bring it back up. But I used AI to like kind of get the visuals, the idea of it. But I'll be working with designers, animators and things like that. I hire off of Fiverr, Upwork, for the things I want to build and some of the inspiration I'm drawing from. Some of the character designs were made with Midjourney, but I'm gonna need some real artists to actually get it going. And these were just like I just needed to get the idea out of my head. So yeah, that'll be another video. But catch up on some reads. If I don't even know if people read anymore, but I'll be writing a lot. I'll be making content throughout the summer and things like that. So that's what I got going on. This is the last app of the year. This is my fifth app: Ubuntu Spaces, Yappa, um, MC Presidents. Uh, I think this is my fifth app of the year. I don't know. The next label I make will. I think I'll just label this video the last app of the year before I start getting into it. But yeah, that's what I got for y'all. Um, if you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram. I'm really active on there. If you want me, some people ask me to check out their ideas or help them think about things or show them how I build. I wanted to kind of go through how I vibe coded this, but it was like I think it was pretty boring if I did that because I was like prompting on my phone. But it's really crazy how far we've gotten with agentic coding because like it just does it. Like before, you had to copy and paste it, you had to facilitate, you had to look at it. Um, but when it comes to building small apps like this is fun, honestly, and doable. But of course, you're building something complex. Like at my job, we have Claude Code, um, but I don't vibe like this. Like I've I've offloaded a lot of my thinking to AI, but uh, this app that I'm going to be building with some folks from Boston, I won't be doing that because it's a lot more serious and it needs to work the first time. Um, but this is cool if you're like prototyping, you want to test ideas out, and also it's going to get pretty expensive. So if you're not building with AI now, for sure next year it's going to get really expensive. It's going to cost a lot, and yeah, you don't want that. You don't want to be paying to vibe code. Like, well, you are, but I'm saying like you are now. I'm saying like it's going to cost a lot more than it is now. And I lied. It's 10-minute video. I always say I'm gonna make these videos short, but yeah, it's time to wrap up. I'm gonna be testing this most likely by myself. Probably have some family and friends play around with it. I gotta get the iPad screenshots up here. So I'm gonna stop this real quick. So that's all I got for y'all. Again, hit me up and we'll see what happens. I don't expect this to make money again. I just made it for myself, but if people like it and they want things on it, yeah, I'll update it and stuff like that. All right, see you next month because that's when I'll do some more fun stuff.